All right, have you ever thought about how the most famous number in the universe, pi, is, well, a lot like the world's most powerful hero, Saitama? Yeah, you heard me right. In this explainer, we're going to connect the unstoppable hero to this infinite number, and you'll see they have way more in common than you'd ever guess.
Come on, you know the line. It's the training regimen that gave Saitama his ridiculous strength. Just a simple, consistent daily routine. I mean, it seems almost too easy to be the secret to ultimate power, right?
So, that's the big question, isn't it? How can a hero who literally finishes every fight in one punch help us understand a number that has infinite non-repeating digits? Well, it turns out the connection is surprisingly strong. Stick with me here. Okay, so let's dive right in. The first thing you need to get is this. Think of pi as the Saitama of numbers. Its power doesn't come from being super complicated. Nope, it comes from its incredible, unshakable consistency. And this comparison just nails it, right? Just like Saitama sticks to the exact same workout to beat any enemy, pi is the exact same ratio for every single circle in the universe. It's not a suggestion, it's a fundamental constant of reality. And really, it all boils down to this one simple idea. You take any circle at all, you measure the distance all the way around it, that's the circumference, and then you divide it by the distance straight across its middle, the diameter. The number you get is always, and I mean always, pi. And there it is. It honestly doesn't matter if you're measuring a tiny coin, a huge pizza, or an entire planet. That ratio is always this number, starting with 3.14159 and just going on forever, literally. You know, for all its mystery and endless digits, at its heart, that's all it really is. Just the number 3 with a little bit extra. And that simplicity, that's where its real power begins. All right, so if pi is that simple, why is it such a big deal? Why does it matter? Well, think about it. Just like the world needs a hero to solve a monster-sized problem, our world needs pi to solve its own kind of chaotic challenges. You know, Saitama's line, it's not just a boast, right? It's a promise. It brings certainty to a moment of total chaos. And that is exactly what pi does for science and engineering. It delivers one single, reliable answer to some incredibly complex problems. I mean, really think about it. How do we design a wheel that rolls perfectly smooth? Or calculate the exact path to land a rover on Mars? How do we even begin to analyze the sound and light waves that are zipping through the universe? The answer to all these massive, complex, curvy problems, it's the same simple constant, pi. It's what brings order to all the curves. Yeah, that's its superpower. Pi takes the seemingly messy, infinite, rounded nature of a circle and translates it into one single, solid number we can use to build, to explore, and to understand our universe. It is the ultimate problem solver. Okay, so we get what pi is and why it's so important. But how do we actually find this magical number? This is where we need a fight strategy worthy of an epic showdown. Remember when Saitama fought Barros? His normal punches just weren't cutting it. He had to break out a serious series of attacks. Well, calculating pi is kind of like that. There are simple methods that get you close, but to find its true value, you've got to get serious. And the cool thing is, you can actually try this simple method at home. Seriously. Grab a can of soup, a coffee mug, whatever. Wrap a string around it, measure that string's length, then measure the can's width. Now divide the first number by the second. You're going to get something really, really close to 3.14. See, this way, it's like Saitama's normal punch. It's effective, it gets the job done for most everyday things. But because of tiny little measurement errors, it's never going to be perfect. Not precise enough to, navigate a spaceship or anything. So to get really accurate, mathematicians use something called an infinite series. And it's just like throwing an endless barrage of punches. Each calculation, each punch, gets you a tiny bit closer to the true perfect value of pi. So, for example, one of these famous serious series looks kind of like this. You take 4, then you subtract 4 divided by 3. Then you add 4 divided by 5. Then subtract 4 divided by 7. And you just keep going like that forever. Each step, each little calculation gets you a tiny bit closer to the real number. It's a fight that literally never ends, revealing more and more digits of pi with every single punch.
And get this, because this is truly wild. There's even a statistical method where you can estimate pi just by randomly dropping sticks onto a sheet of lined paper and counting how many cross a line. It's nuts. It just goes to show how deeply this number is woven into the very fabric of reality. So when you put it all together, it's just so clear, isn't it? Pi really is the one-punch man of math. It's deceptively simple, kind of like a hero in a tracksuit, but it's this unchanging constant that delivers one single powerful solution to countless problems in our universe. It's the ultimate answer, hiding in plain sight in every single circle.
And that leaves us with one last, kind of mind-blowing question. If a single constant number like pi governs so much of our reality, from the orbits of planets to the waves of light, does that mean the universe has a hidden source code? What do you think?